My name is Raquel Rosa.
I'm Tyler Parks.
My name is Cameron Sevilla.
My name is Faith Crosby.
My name is Tanya Linhard.
My name is Kayla Howard and I'm a junior, and this is our Crusader Journeys.
So prior to the pandemic was my junior year.
We had a full basketball season. I was doing great academically.
I was going to the gym a lot, working out, and just making sure all my grades were steady.
I was really focused on college.
I was trying to improve my grades. I wanted to bump them all up to A's.
To keep my grades up and be ready for the SAT and being ready for college.
So once the pandemic came, it was definitely really hard for us.
My first reaction was, oh, okay, cool, we're gonna not have school for 2 weeks.
And then as we found out, it wasn't 2 weeks, it was longer than that. And then that's when kind of like my feelings started to get a little bit more stressed and like sad and wondering, when is it all gonna be over?
I think what I really tried to keep, as feel like there was some normalcy to it, is just communicating with my friends.
Holy Cross really put a large emphasis on mental health and kind of supporting each other.
My short-term goals were just to get through the semester.
My grades were good at the time, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't fall off, that I wasn't slipping up in my work.
This year I kind of wanted to prove to myself that I was a hard worker.
Get through the college admissions process as most effectively as I could and just work diligently on that.
Long-term, truly, I just wanted to be able to adapt to any given situation.
I'm trying to think about some of the decisions I wanted to make in life after high school, and just trying to be kinder to others.
So some people that really helped me and acted as mentors over the course of my high school career, especially my junior and senior year when COVID kind of hit, was my parents and my grandparents.
My mother, and she's been here throughout that whole thing.
I'd say my parents.
All the faculty and staff here and my parents were very helpful.
I would say all the teachers just did a great job.
From a teacher's standpoint, it was definitely Mr. Kinley who gave me the most support.
And my English teacher, Mr. Kinley, he's always had my back with
My guidance counselor, Zell, Ms. Zeller, she's the best.
Everyone just helped me to stay focused and fight through, even if it was really hard.
When I was doing my schoolwork, if I needed help, it was very easy to reach them, email, Zoom, whatever the case was, and then they were really helpful in any way I needed.
There's no words to describe my gratitude for it.
The past school year, I would say my most difficult challenges were just being able to stay focused on my schoolwork.
My motivation went down a little bit.
keeping motivation, definitely.
Online learning was a very different experience that I've ever experienced in my whole entire life.
It's so easy to slip up during a time when you're not always in the building. But luckily I had teachers that were guiding me, making sure, keeping me on task.
We had to all kind of get used to what Zoom was.
I work better when I can assess a situation, try to understand people's emotions, their facial expressions. With the masks, it made it impossible.
I actually craved that human interaction, being in school with my teachers and just being with my friends and things like that.
I started to do things like I read a lot more. I started to take care of myself mentally. I meditate.
I began developing poetry.
I stayed on task, and that surprised me a little bit, to be honest.
I like the fact that our faculty and staff was able to put together a way for us to still come to school and be face-to-face with our teacher.
The teachers did a very good job of keeping it as normal as possible.
I was very happy to see my friends and teachers because over quarantine it was so hard looking at everybody through a screen, and it was just good to be back face-to-face.
I'm definitely an even better version of myself because of the relationships that I established here at Holy Cross.
Right now, I would say that I'm stronger than I was a year and a half ago.
With the pandemic hitting, it made it very easy with the community that I had around me to keep that constant support.
I matured. I think that being in COVID times definitely helped me become a better person and really focus on myself.
I guess what I've learned through all of this is that we need to really be adaptable people, and like things can change in a minute because We were all at school one day and all of a sudden we were informed that we'd have to be online for 2 weeks, and that 2 weeks quickly changed into months.
Something that I learned about myself over this past year is determination is key in life in general.
I definitely surprised myself. I didn't think I would be able to adapt.
Whether it be pre-pandemic or during the pandemic, if you have self-determination, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
My biggest takeaway is to just let things happen.
Be prepared for anything, you know.
A lot changes, but also a lot stays the same.
The most important thing to me right now is just getting through day by day, taking advantage of every moment.
Everything happens for a reason, so just go with the flow and everything will be okay.